Well, things come to my attention depending on, whether parents find out or whether the school finds out, and, working with upper school and middle school. I think the problem is really because there's obviously some students who have done it who don't know why they've done it. So that's an issue or a problem. There are some students, whether a girl has sent some pictures, trying to figure out why a boy would want pictures like that. And so I think a problem, the challenge is the guys understanding why, or girls understanding why guys want those pictures, and guys understanding that girls want to send those pictures at times. So I think some of the understanding becomes very difficult and challenging because kids are growing up. Some kids understand some of those dynamics, and some kids don't because they are involved in those types of relationships with guys and girls, or they just haven't reached that stage yet. Well, I think there's a pretty definitive line. I think flirting has a lot more to do with engaging that person in a way which is a little bit more than friendship. It kind of eliciting a reaction that is a little bit more appropriate. Flirting in and of itself is kind of a mystery, but obviously crossing the line would be to send pictures or request pictures, and it makes the person become more of an object as opposed to a person flirting or engaging another person because of a relationship interaction. It becomes more about the pictures as opposed to the person.
So I have one more question. How do you think about sexting as a Christian?
As a Christian?
Yeah, like Christian way and those kind of things.
I just think, obviously, I think it's not healthy for students to do. I think it's, essentially if it's sexting, it's pornography. So it does just make someone an object as opposed to who God has created them as a person. And unfortunately, especially girls feel like objects and will tend to send those pictures out because they want to gain the attention of the guy, to find them attractive and worthy, as opposed to just realizing their own worth in Christ as a person.
There's a clear line. If you are intending to flirt, I think you need to avoid a digital means of communication. So any sort of a visual expression through the digital devices, probably not a good idea to me. So I think in conversation, in a certain level, flirting is okay. That is a means of communicating from opposite sex in certain way there, but try to avoid sending pictures through Facebook or texting. I think is a bad idea, because somebody else can get a hold of those materials, or could be sent out so easily. I think it's really dangerous, and it's tempting for our people.
How should Christians act in relationship with others? I guess I would say Proverbs says, above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. And I think the way we do that is we become friends with people. If God brings about attraction in and about that, that's great. And as we relate, we evaluate, we make a decision, and we consider, do we want to pursue this person with a logical end in mind, or do we want to just continue to be friends? And then we make a decision.
We try to talk it through to find out why a student would do that, and what were the dynamics. Was a student pressured into doing that? What made the student do that? And it's not always guys pressuring girls into sending pictures. Sometimes it can be girls who are more powerful or perceived as powerful to send those pictures, to encourage a guy to send them.